I have a funny story. Bruh, I have the weirdest story to tell you. And it's I'll get into it. It'll be part of the podcast, let's say. Let's make it a thing. Let's listen to some music first, and I'll tell you what has been going on. What? That just makes it look worse. Oh god. I'm gonna try different ones. See if it makes it look any better than this right now. That makes it look a lot worse, let's just say. I don't think we're gonna get very good results. See, that makes it look cleaner at least. I'll stick with this. This'll do for now, I guess. It's been interesting. It's been fucking interesting. I may have embraced on a journey I didn't want to journey on. Want it off. I really want it off. I look better natural, let's just say. I did something a little stupid. So you know moisturizer? We all know what moisturizer is. I'm asking stupid questions, being silly. I'll get right into it. Welcome back anyway. Welcome back to Mental Manny. I'm your host Rossi, and you know what? I've been having a weird ass week, and this tops it off. I look like a fucking Oompa Loompa, and I've got reasoning behind it. I don't look like an Oompa Loompa just because I'm like auditioning for the new Charlie and the Chocolate Factory film. That's not it, but I kind of wish it was, because that sounds like a better excuse than what I've got. We all know moisturizer. We know what it does. Well, I thought I knew what it does, because I use moisturizer, but clearly I made a bit of a mishap today. I may have applied the wrong thing to my face, and yeah, it doesn't look great. Let's just say it doesn't look great. I look pretty fucking good though. I look alright. My skin doesn't. My skin is usually hella white, and now my skin is orange. I look like a girl on a night out. It's all down my neck. That divide, wait. Actually, it's not that bad. Like a divide here, where you can see like white. That's pretty fucking bad. So, yeah. We're gonna jam with it. Yeah. I still can't get over it. My hands are covered in the shit. I look at my hands and I'm like, no wonder my face looks the way it does. So, what have I been doing this week? I've been inside. I've been withdrawing. I wanted to talk to you guys today about addiction, because it's kind of relevant in my life right now, and kind of been holding me back from doing what I usually do on the stream and stuff like that. So I thought I'd talk about it a little bit. Give me 2 seconds while I forget about I need audio delay. I forget about it, and then never do it right. I need to set an audio delay, I think. How do I do that? advanced. Stream delay. No. Surely it's in my audio settings somewhere. Property. Oh, it's Phil. I'm gonna take that noise gate off because that doesn't need to be on there. This is where I might have difficulty. So it's none of those. It's not filters. I don't know. I actually don't know. So I'll just leave it like this if you can't handle the delay. I am sorry about that, but I only really have time to do this stream today. I've been withdrawing from my quetiapine and just kind of chilling around, trying to like lessen the symptoms of it. But it's been causing a big change in my body, and like I can really notice the chemical imbalance from where I was and where I am now. Not 5 days later, a week and a half later. So it's a big jump. Still going through it, and I think I'll be done in a month. I think I'll be alright, but it's difficult at the moment, and obviously you'd expect that. I expected it. I think everyone expected it. But I'm getting through it. I'll sort it, and I think all I need is some extra little help along the way now, and then I'll be off it, because I don't really want to go back on it to reset, because I feel like that'll just be wasted time, and I just don't want to have to go through it again, because it's bad enough going through it the first time. But yeah, like my face looks still quite weird to me, but I'm sure most people won't notice. To be honest, if I didn't even say it, you probably wouldn't have even noticed. You might have thought, oh shit, that's some bad fake tan, but that's better than that, than my own stupidity. But, you know. Anyway, yeah, addiction's a weird one, because it never really truly leaves you as a person. Once you get addicted to something, it's like, that's it. Like, there's like this thought in your head that kind of just chills there, kind of just chills in the back of your head for however long afterwards. And some people, for that might not end, like that whole like having that thought train in the back of your head, that might not actually end for some people, but for some other people it definitely does. It definitely ends. And I just wanted to say about how that can make someone like feel, you know. It can make people feel really weak, and make people do regrettable things, and it can be a really confusing time for the person, because in their heart they don't want to do it, but their brain is telling them something else. And it's difficult with the internal war that goes on with people, and or against yourself, like that internal war, that internal voice that can speak to you so loudly and maybe makes you do things, and then at the end of it all you kind of left with that, whereas it really wasn't your fault. But the problem is that other people see it as that, and that's where it gets really difficult for people, because they can't actually see what they're going through. They just see them, and they might think it's them rather than this internal kind of battle. Because it's a like, people just believe like what they want to believe, which is the addicts are choosing to do what they do, but it's not really a choice. It never was a choice, and it never is gonna be a choice. They don't want to do it. It's that's the only way it's gonna be, or the only way they can see it to be, you know? But yeah, like, I'm feeling that at the moment, because I've got this neurochemical imbalance going on, and my brain's going crazy. Hold on. My brain is literally going crazy thinking about, you know, let me chill out for a sec. Because I got bright lights. Let's get into a little bit of a therapeutic zone of thinking, you know? Let's get into that. Hold on, I need to. That's better. The focus is better now. But yeah, so my brain's been going crazy thinking, you need more dopamine, or you need some sort of drug in your system because you're lacking it right now because I'm withdrawing. So I've been having these crazy dreams that involve me back in a situation where I was gonna do drugs and almost being like force-fed drugs, like people just shoving it in my face. And it's horrible, man, because you wake up and you literally like thinking of every reason why you could do it again, but then you've got to like battle yourself to think that's not the right move, that's not the smart move, that's not the move that me right now needs to make. Me right now needs to be sober, and I need to be sober for the rest of my life. But it is so hard. Because you think about it so much, and you're gonna feel like sometimes you're gonna go over the edge. And it's a fucking ball ache. Like, let's get real with it. Let's get fucking real with it. It's a fucking ball ache. Waking up sweating because you've not got it. But if you had it, you're gonna be sweating anyway. So you're left between the cock and a hard place, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're gonna be fucked either way. And you're not gonna enjoy it either. Because when you're sober, it's boring. But when you're on drugs, it's filling an emptiness. Do you know what I mean? Like, not in a good way, though. Like, it's just filling that time with nothing. It's like tricking your brain into believing that doing nothing is productive and that doing nothing is alright and that you aren't bored anymore. But in reality, you come down and you're like, shit, I'm so bored. Or you might be like, oh shit, I'm so stressed. Either thing that it like helps you with, it's not really helping you, it's just tricking you. It just tricks you into thinking, do you know what, I need more of this. It's so... like, that's the problem I have with drugs. It's like a trick. It's like, yeah, it would benefit me, but would it really? Like, I have proven evidence that it doesn't. From my own experience, it really doesn't. But at the same time, I still have the thoughts like, yeah, it could. If I was in the right setting and if it was this way and this, that and the other, it'd be okay. It's like, no, it wouldn't be okay. I don't know. I just think it's a dilemma. It's a big dilemma. One that, like, I don't think one person by themselves can really battle. And I don't think should be made to either. I think addiction needs to be accepted more as a real issue compared to that of, say, I don't know, like we all know depression is a thing, but addicts are depressed. And I just don't see why, when we're in the world of acceptance now, why we can't accept addiction is a thing. Because we know about alcoholism, that's addiction. So we accept alcoholism because alcoholism is accepted in society. But when it's to do with drugs, like any drugs, could be medicine, could be illegal drugs, don't matter what it is that you do, you should be accepted and helped with what's going on with you at that time, because only if you want it though, because Lord knows, yeah, that people can give you all the help in the world, but if you don't want it and you won't accept it, you're not going to make any progression. That's just the way it is. That's how it works. If you want it, it doesn't matter how little support you're getting, you could make progress. And I think at the end of the day that, you know, we just don't really have the support around that type of thing, because we think it is them rather than it's a disease. Like, you won't say those things you've said to an addict, yeah, to someone who had like a real kind of like bone destroying disease or like body destroying disease. You wouldn't say that to them. So why would you say it to someone who's got an addiction? Because it's still to do with their body and it's still slowly destroying their body. You just don't see it. It's all about like seeing is believing, I think, with society these days, that we kind of view these people but we don't see what's going on internally, so we only judge what we can see externally. Even if they are crying out for help, it's like, oh no, it's a lie. Do you know what I mean? Don't know why I'm yawning. Probably talking too much, or like too much in a short period of time. I think with these like live stream podcast things, that I should really chill it out, because I'm one guy, I'm one dude, right? And I got my own shit going on. Like, this is real talk. Real talk. I'm one guy. I got a lot on my plate. I'm doing this. And I just take it all on, even though I got my own shit going on. It's like, I think when I'm doing it, I put myself under too much stress to like constantly talk and also constantly be doing something. When in reality, I should be slowing it down and kind of can just being a bit more chilled with it, rather than feeling that stress of like, I need to have something to say, that I can just chill with it, and it, because I enjoy it. Whereas I feel like stressing myself out about a daily video is just going to make it worse. Like, making daily videos, that might not be an option for me. It might be in the future, but at the moment it might not be an option for me, because I've got to get on with my own stuff, and then it should, in those terms, kind of help those actual videos have a bit more punch to them, make them better edited, kind of have a better kind of theme for it, and always have a theme for it, rather than me stressing out about what's it going to be about, what should I say, what should I do. Because I wanted to dedicate this live stream to addiction, because that's what's relevant for me right now. And I think it's what's relevant anyway, because it's undervalued in society. We don't see it as a proper thing. We just kind of pedal past that and go, well, you know, there's always rehab and stuff there. Tell me how you sign up for rehab. You don't sign up. You get put in rehab. There's lots of functioning addicts. It's so underviewed, and when it's a functioning addict, it's so much harder to beat, because when you're functioning on drugs, where's your real motive to stop? Do you know what I mean? Because you're already using it because it probably enhances what you're doing. But the only reason you have in your head to stop is the health. And anyone can kind of get past that health thing. Like, oh, it might kill me, but it might not. Do you know what I mean? That's a difficult place to be in. And if you want to stay sober, you got to really, really look for them values that you care for being sober for. It's a super difficult place, and I don't expect people to get to that place, like, without hiccups along that bumpy road, man, because it's hella bumpy, bro. I'm 2 years clean, and shit's hella bumpy, I'll tell you that. 2 years, man. Like, just thinking about that right now. 2 years clean. And I'm starting to struggle with it now. See, to people, 2 years sounds like, shit, that's a long time, bro. Congratulations. Congratulations are in order when it's done. It ain't done, it ain't over. I still have these thoughts. I feel even more than ever on a precipice of a relapse. And I'm telling you now, that can't happen. So I am under stress, because that can't happen. If it happens, I'm not going to be around. And I have to be around. So I've made that choice, and I'm under that stress, and it's difficult. And it's even more difficult for other people out there trying to get away from it. I've got away, I'm just trying to make these final steps. But it's even more difficult for them out there just trying to get away from all of it. I have the means and the opportunity to do so. Some people don't. Some people are in a situation where they're constantly surrounded by it, and they're still doing it. Do you know what I mean? And that's a really hard place for someone to be, because you know you don't want to do it anymore, and thing is, you can't see a way that you'll be able to exist without it. And you some way along, you're gonna have to prove to yourself you can, and that's the scariest step. The scariest step is the step into the unknown. Whether you're gonna have friends afterwards, whether this, that, and the other. But none of that matters. What matters is you, and how you're gonna come out the situation, as in you are gonna make it, and hopefully that everything afterwards starts to heal, mentally and physically. That you start setting a better life for yourself, and not only for yourself but for others, and you start becoming a better example for people. Because I feel like you can learn a lot from addicts. They're some of like the wisest people I've ever spoke to, who've given me wisdom and real advice, because they've been through it, man. They've really, really been through it, and they know what it's like to be at the bottom, you know? And they know how to fight their way through life. They know how difficult life is. And they have some seriously good advice to give from it. And that's their positive aspect on things. And I don't know, like, it's difficult when you feel like you're trapped inside, you know? Trapped inside yourself. You're watching yourself do these things. You're watching yourself do these actions, and it's really, really difficult for that. Like, for that reason. It's super difficult because you're trapped inside yourself. Your body is doing these actions that you don't want to do anymore. And it's not as simple as just stop doing it. It's not that simple. They've got to really formulate a way to not do it. It's not as simple as people make it out to be. Like, that formula is individual as well. Like, my advice might not work for every addict. But at the same time, I feel like an addict's honest, true advice, like a recovering addict, his advice is usually pretty sound. Because they're looking at it from an unbiased perspective. They've both done drugs and not doing drugs, do you know what I mean? So you got both sides of the table. And they were probably really, 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 really high up in the chain people before all the drugs. Like, say you know that guy who's always like a bit spaced out and always looking a bit crazy and shit. That guy might have been like top dude, do you know what I mean? Like top of the food chain type shit. But because he's gone on such a journey, he's hit this rock bottom, and he just needs people to help him on the way back to the top, to be that person once again. That person's still inside there. It's just you can't see it. You just can't see it. And I think in them steps of getting help, and you know, I think just with them type of people, you need to be so patient, and you need to support them in a way that won't seem like they can't do that by themselves. Because they want to do it by themselves, but they know in their head they can't, and that like makes them feel vulnerable. So you gotta help them in a way that doesn't seem, you know, either narcissistic or kind of self-centered, like you're looking after them, because you're not. You're just giving them like support and advice. So you gotta formulate your own plan in that way. They need a plan, you need a plan. So, I don't know, man, like, I just feel really bad for people in that space and situation, because I've been there. I've been there, and it's not a nice place to be, and it can be super, super, super scary, because you're trapped inside yourself, and you don't know if it's going to get better. You don't know. It could get a whole lot worse. And, you know, no one wants to be in that position. No one wants to be left with that type of a life. And they're really looking for every option and opportunity to get out. They just need to find it. And maybe you can help them find that opportunity. Maybe you could be that support structure. Maybe. Because I know at the moment I'm dealing with it, and it's not easy. I'm going to go get some more support for it. Because Lord knows I'm on that precipice. I'm on that precipice of just doing something I really would regret, and it's one of them things where if you do it, you're going to regret it. If you don't do it, you're going to beat yourself up over it. So I just need extra support with that, and I'll be able to find that. I'll be able to sort that. It's just dealing with it in a productive way and kind of distracting yourself from it. And, you know, I keep thinking to myself, 2 years is a long time to be away from it. I've made it this far, I can't go back. And I wasn't ever planning on going back anyway. And I still don't plan on it. Because that's not who I am. It's not my life. My life is meant to be sober. My life is meant to be clean. Because I'm one of them type of people, man. Like, I can function without that stuff. And I'm even more crazy without the drugs. People say drugs like makes him into a bit more of a party animal person. I am more crazy without the drugs. When I get drugs in me, I become like out of it, like chilled. I'm like just like really fucking mellow. Whereas when I'm not on drugs, sober me, I can be crazy. Like very energetic, willing to do whatever. I have a lot more key personality traits when I'm sober rather than when I'm actually on something. Because most people would presume that when you're on drugs that it does this to you, makes you more of something. It lessens me, and that's kind of why I did them. Because I was always very crazy anyway, so it kind of mellowed me out, and that's what I liked about it. But I've grown to like the crazy side of me. Thankfully, even in 1080p, it still looks pixelated, so the orangeness doesn't look as bad. It's just with my camera being such good quality, and when I look at it, you can see every little colour difference. It's just no. I can't wait to get this shit off me, to be honest. Because it started out with me just, again, trying to look better than I do, and I ended up making a foolish mistake. Because I have naturally pretty good skin anyway. It's just that I've been eating poor diet recently and started getting a few breakouts here and there. And I don't know. So I've been moisturising, face scrubs and all that typically girly stuff. I'm down for it. Like, makes me look cleaner, you know. So I'm alright with that. I just don't like my face looking super greasy. Like on round here on most people it's proper shiny on the like edges of their place. Like on mine, like that's not very shiny at all. Because I don't like grease. I don't like feeling greasy. I don't like, you know, like my nose is kind of greasy. Well, it's not actually. I think that's just moisturiser. But yeah, like I just don't like the feeling of it. I'd prefer having moisturised skin than, you know, grease. Because at least with the moisturiser it's got the right vitamins for my skin and stuff. And I tried to keep my teeth as white as possible, but this camera doesn't do them any justice. Because it looks totally different on my screen on how it does on the actual camera. Because obviously I'm using a filter thing. Because let's see, if I turn off the filter, it looks like this. See, they look lighter. They don't look as dull. Because they are actually quite white teeth. It's just camera settings and stuff, so I actually kind of prefer the look without the filter, I'm not gonna lie. I think it does look a little better. Yeah, It looks better without the filter. Yeah. But yeah, like, I just think we should be helping addicts more than we are, you know, because they are people too, and they don't deserve to be treated in the way they do. That's what I'll put on that, on to end the whole help the addicts note that I wanted to make. So, because I've even been off cigarettes for so long now. I don't do anything that I used to do. I used to do a lot of drugs. And by lots, I mean lots of different ones. And I used to do them all the time. Non-stop. I used to smoke. I used to drink. Don't do any of that anymore. And when I say, like, I feel like I'm on the precipice of a relapse, that's what I mean. That I feel like I'm on the precipice of doing something regrettable, as in either smoking or drinking or taking drugs. And that's not happening, you know? That's just not happening. Because I'm withdrawing from my meds anyway, so that's not helping. And I don't know. I'll get it sorted though. That's one promise to myself. I always look after myself. At the moment, I'm comfort eating because, you know, like, I want to do something, so I'm trying to make sure it's just food. Like, I wish I could be that guy that could smoke, drink, and do drugs, but I can't. So I hit this vape a lot because at least it gives me some nicotine. Has there been anything in the news recently that I can think of? I don't think there is, you know. Trying to work on new music. I'm writing some stuff at the moment. Yeah, I'm doing some stuff with music at the moment. Playing the Division 2 at the moment as well. Got the Division 2, that's good. It's a good game, like it. It's better than the first one. It's an improvement on the first one, definitely. I'm enjoying it. It's good. What else? I am trying to lose weight. That's difficult when I'm comfort eating. And by comfort eating, I mean a lot. So, I'm not at a point where I'm massively overweight, but it just doesn't feel nice. I need to start losing some weight, but I need to give myself room. I need to not be so hard on myself all the time. But yeah, trying to think of some news. Like actual news. Because I can't think of anything. Nope. I literally, because I don't watch the news, all the news I get is online. Trying to think of something. Brexit. So there's a petition. There's a petition out on that petition website, whatever it's called. There's a petition to cancel Brexit, and it's got so many signatures. Like, so many signatures. Which is interesting because a lot of people who've signed it voted for Brexit in the first place. So, fuck you, in my eyes. because I didn't vote for Brexit. And if it doesn't happen, I'd be more than happy, because I never wanted it to happen. But if it's going to happen, there needs to be like a proper plan and a proper deal to be made, which it actually isn't what's on the books right now. So, you know, it's back and forth like a fucking old Pong game, bro. That's the way it is. That's how politics be these days, you know. Politics is bullshit. It's all bullshit. I will be uploading some more story time. What stories I won't want my kids to know episode soon. I've got an idea for that one, and I'm thinking of what disorder to make next, because I would like it to be something close to home, but if it's just an explanation video, I also want something to be relevant. I'd want it to be relevant for yous. So I've got that in the works. I've not actually planned any longer podcasts yet, but I need to talk to my mates and see if I can get one of them on the books. I am trying to sort out whether I'm going to be travelling somewhere soon, maybe doing a bit of photography. It'd be nice to shoot a different location. Also trying to hopefully find some new therapy that I've been referred to for my sleep. What else? I got group therapy still. The only really relevant thing is the addiction. I'm gonna go see my doctor about that. Hopefully he'll get that all sorted out. And yeah, that's really about it. Like, there's not been that much going on. It's just kind of the same old stuff. I'm still here, still working, still trying to do my part, and yeah. It's just one of them, man. Like, you can't stress yourself out too much, but you got to stress yourself enough that you keep moving. I feel like this... For a minute then, I was scared that wasn't... I thought this was like some pop music that wasn't copyright free, and I was like, fuck. But it is copyright free, it's all good. Oh shit, hello. Yeah, man, I'll come down to London again soon, no worries, man. I didn't realise it blocks messages. Did not realise. And I didn't realise you were in the chat either. Fuck's sake. I did not realise. Because I just go on little rambles. I just ramble to the camera, you know. Just when I don't feel like uploading a video, I just do it as a live stream, and then it's automatically posted. And then I can say I've at least done something, but, you know. I should be finishing this pretty soon, because it's getting up to like full 5 minutes, you bloody bastard, mate. If you're going to be on Discord or anything for any games or anything like that, I'll hop on, bro. Wait, you've already played Firestorm? I know it was out today, but I've not played Firestorm. If you're down to play some Firestorm, I'll play some Firestorm. Easy. Few matches ain't bad. Because I went on Battlefield recently, the other day, just to see if it was up yet, and it wasn't up, so I was like, eh. But I know it was coming out today, so I'll probably hop on some of that. If you're on Apex or anything as well, bit of Siege, whatever. They're the main 3 games that I play anyway, so... Because what I'm going to do is probably end this stream, hop on Discord for a bit, have a little bit of a munch, and then hop on some games. That's my plan for the evening. It's been a pretty chilled day, to be honest. Just went out, got another coil for my vape, and ended up using the wrong type of fucking moisturiser for my face, and now my face has got a tan. So, pretty fucking chilled out day, man. What is this, drum and bass? Right, gonna end the fucking stream here because it's getting on to near an hour. But do check out my other videos. Obviously, this has been The Mental Manny. I am your host, Rossi, as always. I have got a video that is in the description. First episode of Stories I Won't Want My Kids to Know, which is about my time when I got spiked and I actually enjoyed it. So that's actually quite a cool little story. I'm not gonna hype it up. It's not like I got fingered in Walmart like Tanner Montague type stories. It's like a real situation, and you need to spawn some kids, yeah. Like yeah, I'd recommend I'd recommend that video because that's in the description of all my videos. It's probably one of the better stories, just because of how unique it is. But yeah, check out the videos, and don't forget to subscribe to The Mental Manny because we're only on 13 subscribers, so we need to get that number up a little bit and hopefully get fucking advertisements enabled on this shit so I can make, £5 a month like a African child would, because I earn less than an African child. So yeah, I'm gonna end it here. It's been a chilled stream. Got out what I needed to get out, and it's time for me to go on Discord with the boys. So yeah, guys, I'll catch you all in a bit. Thank you for hopping in, Harry. Muchly appreciated. And hopefully I'll speak to you later, man. Catch you in a bit.